Okay, so now I just want to kind of discuss um, what to expect from grading and the workload. When you can see the syllabus, you'll probably say, "Oh my God, that seems like so much work." This is what I have happen every semester when I teach a class. And I have students who drop like right away. I mean, they see the workload and they say, "Oh, that looks too much." I want to encourage you not to do that, and I want to say something. The work that I'm giving you, you have a lot of reading and you have a lot of writing, but uh, if you follow my routine, if you do the if you follow my instructions and do the work, I set you up for success, not for failure. And actually, some of my students said, "Oh gosh, this was way easier than I thought," because my exams do not require you to memorize all this information or dates. You have to process and synthesize what you know, and you have to demonstrate that to me. Okay? And so, on one hand, um, yes, you have to read a lot, and yes, you have to write a lot. But even my writing, this is not an English class. What I do expect is that when I read what you are saying, that I should understand it, and you should be making points using the relevant information and that you are supposed to. If I say, "Explain to me the Reformation," and you give me your own opinion, and you don't use any information from the reading or the lectures or videos that I post, then you're not following the instructions. But I don't grade you on your opinion in terms of your politics or your perspective. I grade you in terms of if you follow the instructions and do the work, and it's realistic, okay? And I had many students succeed quite nicely in my class by simply just keeping up with the routine that we do every week. You're going to have readings and viewings. I will give voice lectures. You write some notes on my lectures. You'll have some discussions, and you'll turn in a paper kind of discussing what's going on. And that's going to be essentially the routine that you're going to see throughout the week. If you have a problem with writing, there's a writing center. Please take advantage of it, okay? And, I just want to say something. I struggled in high school. I had a lot of problems and distractions, and I barely graduated. My English grammar, if for those of you who are really well trained in English grammar, you're going to hear me make some mistakes or sometimes see them. Uh, I wasted a lot of time in school. I was not a very successful high school student because of the way I lived my life in high school. And I'm paying the price for it now still. When my daughter was born, I went back to college and I read voraciously. I read everything that I could get my hands on. Um, but I didn't, I still don't have that polish that I would have if I would have just been working on my writing in my earlier years. And I really didn't get writing down until grad school, and it's still with a lot of work and needing help with editors and help, all that. So I'm very sympathetic to that. Okay. Also, I'm a single dad right now. Who knows? Maybe later on, by the time that you're getting this video, I'll be married with more children. But at this point, this is the status that I have. I have a teenage daughter, and when going to college, I had a relative go to jail. In the past, I went through a divorce, and you know, raising a child off and on full time, and I also have a full time job with these jobs of doing the lectures for you. So what I'm trying to say is, I get that life happens. Okay, there's college, but there's a life outside there. Like many of you, I've had heartbreak over a girl going to school, and it can really mess up your concentration. You're trying to get into your text, and you're thinking about all this stuff in your head, in your heart. Okay, so I have empathy and sympathy for that. You have problems, you contact me, communicate. We'll work something out. Okay, but I also got through all those, and I did finish school, and I am doing those things. So I have sympathy and empathy, but I'm also like saying, hey, I did it. Okay, you can do it. Now, how did I do it? I had a lot of professors that were really, really helpful to me, and they gave me sometimes a little extra time to do something if I communicated when I was struggling. Okay, you've got to communicate with me. You can't tell me 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, I'm sorry, Mr. Pollock, had all these things happen. You know, can I turn in the late work now? Like, you know, too much time's gone by. You have to communicate with me. Okay, I'm not going to question you, but you got to sound believable and you've got to be prompt. Okay, and you don't have to tell me what it is. You can be private. Just you know. Okay, I want you to succeed. And okay, so then also I want to talk about, like, when you're writing, I use the word primary text and secondary text, or primary source and secondary source. A primary source is, to make it simple, the original text of its time. Like, if you were to read Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, that's the primary source. Or if you read the Bible and you're learning ancient Israel history, that's the primary source or primary text. Or if you read, you know, I can use several other examples. Secondary is those who are writing about it. So a journal, a historian writing about France is a secondary source. The documents he uses to write that are the primary texts. Okay, so if you got any question about that, let me know. Last thing that I want to say, plagiarism, don't do it. And I mean it. I'm getting really fed up. Really, really, really fed up with plagiarism in writing. And you're going to not like the results of this behavior if you do it. Okay, because I'm just going to get you an F in the class. Okay, it's too easy to do, but stop. For some reason, no matter how much, I guarantee you right now, there's going to be somebody who's going to plagiarize, because it's just like, I don't know why. My other friends who are professors, we have this conversation with our classes, and we're just like, don't plagiarize when you write, and they get 3 or 4 people who do it, and we find it every time. I don't know why you don't know we can catch it, like, so easy. Okay, if you write a paper, if you write something, and on Google I find that exact thing written in the text somewhere else, that's plagiarism. If your life is so busy you don't have time, then you call me or write to me, and I give you possibly more time. It'd be wiser, it'd even be better to take an F. But don't plagiarize. You got it? Are you feeling me? If you have any questions about what plagiarism is, just write and call me on that as well. Okay? I don't care. But please. Other than that, I give you all the benefit of the doubt, and I expect we'll have a great class, and I'm here to support you. Okay? All right, everyone. So here we go.